Hello and welcome back to the channel everyone. Hope you all are well and you're having a nice time. I am back with another video, and in this one I'm going to run you through my team selection for game week 19. You can already see the graphics on screen. As you know, the game weeks are coming in quick. I didn't have the time to put on those graphics that like I do every week, so I'm going to just run you through the team selection. I'm going to show you what are my probable transfers, and then we're going to head into game week 19 and also the new year. And I wish you all a happy new year. I wish this new year brings a lot of happiness, a lot of joys, and a lot of blessings in your life. So this would be my wish for all of you watching and all of you celebrating. So yeah, meanwhile, if you have not subscribed to the channel already, please do that and help me reach 700 subs sooner, because we're just 3 short of the 700 subs. Now, looking at my side, looking at the goalkeeper first, I've got Arrizabalaga in goal, and the sole reason why I picked up Arrizabalaga, is a double game week. Obviously, he faces Manchester City and Fulham. Both of these sides are attacking sides. They're playing well. Manchester City did end up losing points, but we saw they did struggle against a team that parks the bus well. If Chelsea could do something similar to what Everton did today, but with a little bit more, with a little bit more effort, with a little bit more, stronghold. I personally think that Chelsea would be able to keep a clean sheet in this game if they can do that. And against Fulham, I think Fulham is a better attacking side in current form than Manchester City. Manchester City obviously are struggling, to get their players back in form. We see Kevin De Bruyne struggling. We saw, Bernardo Silva was struggling. Grealish and Haaland obviously are among points and among those attacking returns, but they are still missing a lot of chances. So Arrizabalaga totally in for that double game week. If he returns me some of the saving points, though, that will be a bonus. But currently I'm looking at a 4-pointer from him. If things are at worst, are in the worst scenario, I'm looking at 4 points, and in a good scenario we can see a clean sheet in one game and a couple of saves, a couple of saving points, and if we're very lucky we could see 2 clean sheets. But that is I'm just aiming too high. Currently I'm happy with the 4 points that he's going to return. Now, looking at the defense, I've got Trippier, White and Bueno. Obviously Trippier is a bonus point magnet. He did get bonus points today versus Leeds, and that is the reason why I would continue with Trippier. I would definitely never take him out, and that would be my advice to all of you. He's on the set pieces. He definitely gets those bonus points, and Newcastle is definitely a good defensive side and they are keeping clean sheets. Obviously it won't be easy for Arsenal to score, but I still do fancy Arsenal in this fixture. Now we look at Ben White. He faces Newcastle, and now that is where the trouble starts for me in this game week. I've got 2 players from the same playing against each other, and from the same fixture playing against each other, and if they both lose clean sheets, I'm actually a little bit wounded from the start if they do end up losing the clean sheets in this game. So I would definitely have to bring in someone for my injured James. I'm hoping Dalot returns, but I'm not still so sure about Dalot. He was spotted in the training, but he's not fully fit yet. So I would definitely have to take out someone. I would definitely have to bring in someone for Reece James, who is injured. So currently Ben White stays in to face Newcastle. It won't be an easy game for either of the teams, and we might not see a clean sheet from both of them because both of them are good attacking sides. Now Bueno has been brilliant for me this game week, a 3.9 million asset who did return me a clean sheet against Man United. Obviously he was subbed off earlier, and then Man United scored a goal, but I'm happy with the 6-pointer he did return to me. Obviously I'm currently sitting on 44 points, and I did get a little rank boost, and I'm going to do the points review. I know I've been missing out on the points review and the final team tweet on Twitter because of the work schedule, but now I'm pretty much settled in with the things, and I'm going to start doing those posts back again. Now coming back to the team, I've got Bueno, Ben White and Trippier. In my defense, James has to go and he has to replace someone. He has to replace Ben White, and I would definitely have to bring in someone for Reece James. Now looking at the midfield, I would definitely not switch anyone from my midfield. Saka has been among goals. He has been in form, and I would definitely keep him versus Newcastle. Kevin De Bruyne has been out of form, but he has potential doubles in the next game week. That is why I would definitely retain Kevin De Bruyne. He's a bit involved in the game, but he's just lacking those passes he used to pick, those shots he used to take. So yeah, I think Kevin De Bruyne will slowly get back in form. He's just he had a change of system when he was playing for Belgium, so we might obviously he's not so young, so we might see a couple of more games till he completely fits back into Pep's system. Now Rashford has been brilliant. He did score 2 goals. One of them was ruled out today, and I personally think that he is a huge captaincy option for this week. Obviously he got only 1 goal against Wolves, one was ruled out, but he got that instant impact from the bench, and he took United to victory. So Rashford stays in, and he is a huge captaincy shout out, and I personally would give him the captaincy armband if I'm not pretty much set on Haaland. Now Andreas obviously has double game week, that is why I've played him over Almiron. Leicester City are leaky and Chelsea have not been leaky so far, but Fulham has been playing brilliantly, and that is why I picked up Andreas over Almiron. Andreas did get an attacking return today too, and that is one of the main reasons why I would not bench him in this game week. I've benched Almiron instead of him, so I would definitely go ahead with Andreas in this game week, in game week 19 obviously. Now looking at the 3 forwards, I've got Martial. I'm going to give him a couple of more game weeks to judge how he performs. I've obviously got 1.6 million in the bank. I'm in no rush to take him out, so I would definitely keep him for a while, for a couple of game weeks, to see how he performs. He was definitely involved today versus Wolves, but he didn't get that touch. He looked a bit clumsy and a bit rusty with his finishing too. Darwin Nunez, I mean, he has to be one of the most frustrating assets I've owned, apart from that Dennis guy from the last season. But obviously Dennis guy was among attacking points, or he did get a red card in one game to actually do something. Darwin Nunez has been doing absolutely nothing. He's got good positioning, he's got good runs, he's got good positioning. If I already talked about positioning, he's got some good striker instinct, but definitely he's not good at finishing those chances. He definitely gets a lot of chances. I think he gets a lot more chances than Haaland does. Haaland obviously has been clinical. Darwin could have had a hat-trick in both of the games he played, but he chose not to score. I'm not pretty sure why he has been like that, but I'm pretty much frustrated with Darwin, and I'm not completely satisfied with moving further with him. Obviously I had hopes for him against Leicester, but he only returned 1 assist, and definitely that was a goal scored by Faiz, who was a much brilliant finisher than Darwin has been for Liverpool. Now Haaland stays in. Haaland did get a goal today against Everton in that 1-1 draw. He's a clinical guy, he's a terminator, and he's a really good finisher. You just give the ball, you just put the ball at his feet, he finds space and he's gonna score. That is what really Haaland does. Now let's move you through what are my transfer plans for the week. Let me just quickly change the tab, and I'm going to do down, and here is the transfer window. Now hopefully it is visible to all of you, and yes it is visible. And now what would be my transfers? Obviously I'm going to take out Reece James from my side, as Reece James is injured. He has been a troll for me. The whole Chelsea has been a troll for me, but I would still jump on a couple of their players. But currently what I'm looking at is either Cucurella. So Cucurella might be one of those players who might come in and complete the double set with Arrizabalaga to actually cover me those Chelsea clean sheets if there are any, but actually cover me those Chelsea doubles. I would have 2 players in my defense and in my goal playing those doubles. Obviously Andreas is another one, and I would want someone in my forwards too to actually return me those points in those double games. And sadly when I talk about my forwards, I would have to take out Darwin Nunez because of his bad performances, and what I'm currently looking at is Kai Havertz. I mean, not a lot of you would actually agree with my decision, but I personally think that I will obviously have 2 transfers. As you can see, I saved mine in the previous one. I did go with Bueno, and it did pay off, but that is something I'm going to talk about later on. But Havertz at 7.8 million could be one of those steal for me. He has been among the attacking returns in the previous game. He looked pretty much pretty much of a striker. He looked pretty much better in the previous game. Like he used to be a guy who was ghosting more and more in the previous games before the World Cup started. But currently, like you see in the 63 minutes versus Arsenal he played, he was, he got no impact in that. And then the Newcastle game in which he played for 17 minutes, no impact in that. But in the Brighton one, he did score a goal, and in the Bournemouth one, I did saw him getting into good positions. He did score one. He looked clinical with the chances he had, and he did pick up some great passes. And one of those assists to Mason Mount's stunner was a good one. He did pick out Mount in space. That was a good move. So I'm currently looking at Kai Havertz in the forwards. Now let's get back to the defense. Now Cucurella is my number one choice, and if I am not going to move for Cucurella, I'm going to just take him out, and let's just neglect that there is a double game week and pick up Botman. Obviously this would be a huge risk against Arsenal, who are in a top-notch form, but I think in a longer run, if you look at the fixtures in the longer run, I mean, after this Arsenal game, obviously they have got Fulham, Crystal Palace, West Ham United and Bournemouth. I think they might be able to return me at least 3 clean sheets in these 4 games. Obviously then they play Liverpool, a tough fixture, Brighton, a tough fixture, and Man City, a tough fixture. But after that, you see these are some of the fixtures that might be viable for me and beneficial for me for holding on to Botman for 4.4 million. But definitely I have to play him in this one, and that is one of the reasons why I'm not, I've kept Botman as my second option and Cucurella as my first. I'm just going to bring in Cucurella back quickly, and Kai Havertz stays in. Now, if I'm not pretty keen on Kai Havertz, obviously the other guy is none other than Mitrovic at 7 million, and this could be the other combination that I would make in this game week. Mitrovic up ahead and Cucurella in my defense, and obviously I'm going to play that 3-4-3 again with Martial up front, Haaland, Mitrovic. I've got 4.1 million. I might look at some other time to bring in Salah if Saka fails me, or there's obviously a Mason Mount for upcoming game weeks if I have to replace Almiron or Rashford. Obviously I have good money in the bank, and I've got a good team value, and that is one of the sole reasons why I've got 4.1 million in the bank. But currently these are my transfer plans that I've shared. Let me know what are your transfer plans, and let me know if you do agree with my transfer plans. If you look at Kai Havertz as a potential option, or Mitrovic or Cucurella or Botman, whatever your transfers, whatever your potential moves are, let me know that in the comments below. And probably this is currently it from my side. I hope to see you all next year, and I wish you all a lot of success in the upcoming year. Hopefully this year could be for me, for you, and for all of us. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and a happy new year.